On today's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show, the Bucks play their home opener against the Sioux Falls Storm, looking for a 2-0 start. And later, for the second time already this season, the Bucks take on the Green Bay Blizzard. We hear from the Bucks on their prep for the rematch. We've got all that and more on today's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show. Hello everyone and welcome inside our Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show, the first episode of the 2022 season. We are so excited to have everybody back. I'm your host, David Sugarman. This is going to be your spot each and every Wednesday night at 6:30 for everything Bismarck Bucks, highlights, in-depth interviews, and a whole lot more. We can't wait to get started. Now, while this is our first show, the Bucks are already in full swing. They won their first game 26-23 against the Green Bay Blizzard on the road, and then this past Saturday, they came home for their home opener against the Sioux Falls Storm, trying to go 2-0. And of course, Bucks fans were ready for this one in a big-time way. The Horny Bucks and company are back. First quarter, first drive, 43-yard hookup. Sioux Falls quarterback Taz Wilson to wideout Carlos Thompson Jr. And just like that, Storm up 7-0. Bob Ross and company looking for a little life. First Bucks drive, quarterback Taj Tolbert going out for Edgar Allan Poe Jr. out here looking like a Raven, 27-yard reception. Few plays later, Tolbert looking end zone, intercepted by Sioux Falls DB Famous Hasty. And then on the ensuing drive, this is a Storm team that takes advantage of mistakes. Wilson, bomb. 35-yard deep ball to a wide-open wideout Tim Keith. Just like that, Storm up 14-0. Bucks looking for answers. Still in the first quarter. Next Bucks drive, after a series of penalties, Bucks make their way downfield. Tolbert from 2 yards out, and the Bucks trail 14-6 after a missed extra point on a bobbled snap. Start of the second quarter now. Tag trying to keep the Bucks in this one. First and goal at the 8. D lineman Patrick Macon coming up and making a big stop on Wilson. Bucks eventually came up with the stop, and the Storm settled for 3. It's 17-6. Next Bismarck drive. Third and goal at the 3. New wide receiver John Bruner reaching for the goal line. And after a proper chat, the officials give them the touchdown, 17-13. Bucks trail 24-13 going into the break. Midway through the third, first and goal from the 12. What a grab from Thompson Jr. going over the wall. We hate to say it, but this is worth another look. Thompson Jr.'s second touchdown of the game. Incredible concentration. 31-13 Sioux Falls. Bucks fans trying to cheer him back into this one. And now they're cheering on a new quarterback. The Bucks bring in J. Rue Campbell on his first drive. First and goal at the 2. Campbell, a big body. He's going to keep it himself. Able to squeeze his way into the end zone. Bucks score, get the 2-point conversion. It's 31-21. We head to the fourth. Storm push the lead back to 17. Fourth and goal at the 8. Campbell for running back Ben Glines, 8-yard score. It's 38-28. Later, just 1:26 to go. Bucks have second and goal at the 2 with his second touchdown run of the day. It's Campbell again after a successful 2-point conversion. It's 38-36. Then a chance for the tie with the all-important deuce rule. New kicker Chase Allball sets up. Absolutely money the length of the field. However, tragic timing. Sioux Falls head coach Curtis Riggs calls a timeout to ice him just beforehand. Allball couldn't do it a second time. Essentially, all Sioux Falls got to do is hang on to the football. Yeah, not so fast. Wilson, trouble with the snap as they had throughout the fourth. DB Roman Morris recovers, and the Bucks have a chance to complete the comeback. Rod Miller and his squad trying to get over the hump in this one, down as many as 18. 10 seconds to go. Allbaugh sets up for the game-winning field goal. We know he's got the leg. Snap and hold good. However, Allbaugh is blocked, and the Storm escape with the victory, 38-36. Despite the loss, the Bucks were encouraged by their second half effort.
Anytime you're playing from behind, is you put yourself in a hole like that. It's tough to climb out of that, but I think we showed real character and stuff and what we're really made of. And I think if we don't start the game like that, then we win that game no problem.
I really love the way that we fought, the way that we came together as a team, and I think that it's really only up from here.
We showed how much heart we really have, and how strong this team is, and how far we really can go because we came back. And even though we fell short, it's just the adversity we overcame is the thing. Like I said, the fight. That's the main thing about it. We got the team. This team right here has fight, and you'll see a lot of that.
We got to do our job. Can't get too much outside our frame. And just focus on our responsibilities and move as a unit.
Time for our first time out. However, stick around. When we come back, we'll sit down with Bucks head coach Rod Miller.
Introducing the Bucks Fan Finder Ticket Giveaway. The Bucks are on the hunt, and they have their sights set on you. Before each Bucks home game, the Bucks Fan Finder will be scouting for Bucks fans with a Bucks window sticker. If your Bucks window sticker is spotted, you'll receive 2 tickets to a Bucks home game, plus be entered into the grand prize drawing for a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. So swing by one of these participating sponsors: Advantage Appliance, Simonson Station Stores, North Bismarck, Swing Away Indoor Batting Cages, Mandan, Action Motorsports, Fried Bread Mamas in Gateway Mall, Dakota Nuts and Candy, Bisman Local Food Market, Abra Auto Body, Bismarck, Mandan. Grab a Bucks window sticker and place it in your rear window. For more info and contest rules, visit BismarckBucks.com. Go Bucks! Free tickets to a Bismarck Bucks indoor football game? How? Go to your app store, type weather on Beck News app, hit search, install the app to your Android or Apple device to get personalized forecasts, weather alerts, road conditions, Beck Weather Insight exclusively for you. Then click the Bismarck Bucks free tickets banner anywhere in the app, fill out the information, and submit. You get free reserved seating tickets to a Bismarck Bucks football game from Beck Weather.
Who do you trust with your digital life? Not all cloud backup providers keep your data truly private. Beck Cloud Backup uses advanced multi-layer encryption to keep your family photos, videos, and sensitive business documents secure and only for your eyes. Your Beck Lightband Internet service already includes 50 gigs of free storage to keep your digital life safe and secure. Call us at 701-475-2361 to start using your Beck Cloud Backup today.
Welcome back inside the Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show. And of course, the Coaches Show wouldn't be a coach show without the man himself, head coach Rod Miller. Coach, it's been a while, man. I missed you. Good to have you back, my friend.
Good to be back, my man. Good to be back.
We got to go from that to, unfortunately, talking about the loss last week. However, tremendous second half effort. You're down 18 in the third quarter. You get all the way back within 2. How proud were you of the guys of just the way they fought back there?
I definitely like the way they fought back, especially we have a young team. You got to kind of see what kind of resiliency that you have. And those guys, they fought back. We always preach, this game is 60 minutes. It's never over. So, those guys, even though we were down, on the sideline, they still believed that we could come back. They still believe that we're going to do it. And, and the part of the plan, unfortunately, like I said, the kick was blocked at the end. But in terms of executing and trying to do what we wanted to do to get ourselves in that position, to have the ball last, and had a chance to win with, 3 seconds on the clock. You couldn't ask for anything better in terms of the execution of getting to that point. So I'm proud of those guys. If we can build on that, we'll be okay.
A big part of the change was the quarterback move late in the third quarter. You bring in J. Campbell. What type of different dynamic did he bring to the game?
I think he brought in a little spark. He's a little more athletic than Taj, and Taj is more of a thrower who can run if he needs to be. And Jaru, he can run, and he can throw as well. So bringing that dynamic, like I say, he won the Harlan Hill, and the school he went to was a running school. So as a running quarterback, that gives you a little different flexibility to the game. So when things break down, he can take off. As you've seen, he take off and kept his eyes downfield and made something happen. So when you can add a little dynamic to that, so when stuff breaks down, he's able to get out the pocket and make things happen. That's a big plus for you.
Yeah, the Harlan Hill, essentially the D2 Heisman Award. So Campbell, an immensely talented quarterback. However, Tolbert, early interception, but played well after that. How open is the door in a quarterback position quarterback competition right now, I should say?
No, it's an open competition. They're going to practice this week, and we got 3 days of practice this week, and we're going to see, who practices well, who executes our game plan, and puts us in the best position. Like I told both of those guys, until we clearly get a separation from between number 1 and number 2, we're going to play both and give both an opportunity to try to lead this team. Hopefully we'll have a quarterback situation settled soon. I'm not going to force one just to make one, just to have one. We got to make sure the right person at the right time is going to lead this team.
When we spoke last week when you were getting ready for the game, you stressed trying not to shoot yourself in the foot and making mistakes. Did have 11 penalties this week. How do you clean that up?
We just got to stop doing dumb stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell these guys, some of the players are doing dumb stuff, the chit-chatting afterwards. And, some of the calls I will take, some calls that didn't go our way that we probably should have gotten and then make that dynamic. But you got to fight through that. Like I told those guys, we can complain about it, but in the course of a game, we've never seen they change referees during the game. It's not going to happen. So we got to fight through those adversities, but we also have to do better ourselves with the things that we can't control.
Defensively, the team made some big stands in the second half. Where do you think the team improved the most throughout the game that you'd like to see going forward?
Just in terms of executing and lining up correctly. Early on we didn't line up correctly and didn't recognize some proper formations and blew some coverages. So if we can do that in all 4 quarters and make sure that we're recognizing routes as soon as they break, not routes, but formations as soon as they break the huddle, which gets us in a position to take away those routes, I think we'll be okay.
Let's look forward a bit. You got a lot of home games coming up, 5 out of the next 6 for those interested in buying tickets at BismarckBucks.com. But
Nice.
As far as having a young team and having a new team, how important is it to get some of these wins at home early on?
It's very huge. You always want to win your home games, and when you got a young team, being at home early, trying to build that momentum, getting a vibe for being at home, gets us in a good position because we're going to have to be on the road later. So you want these young guys to gel early, learn how to win, learn how to win at home, and those things will help you later on when you get on the road to help you finish the season strong. So we got to get off to a strong start because, like I said, we're on the road a lot at the end of the season.
Going off of that, like we said, almost an entirely new roster from last year. How do you feel the team is meshing at this point?
I think the guys are meshing. They're coming along, and like I said, that was a good example of how they're coming along, how we were to fight back in the second half of this game against Sioux Falls. So to do that early on, like I told these guys at meetings the other day, you're 2 games in now, so I can't call you rookies anymore, but now you have to become seasoned vets fast. So that's where we're at right now, but I feel good about the chemistry that we have, being down in Wofford City and having a true training camp situation where it was just football. I think that helped us as well speed up that process.
Looking forward to this Sunday, you got the Green Bay Blizzard at home. Already played them in the opener at Green Bay, got the win. What stood out about that game that you'll try and remember for this one?
That was been the first game of the season on the road with a young team as well. We keep mentioning that. That was huge for us to come out of that game with the victory. Anytime you go on the road and get a victory, it's always good. But do that the first game of the year with a young team, that's something to build off of. So we're telling these guys we got to take that into account because now they're in the role we were in. They're coming their first game on the road, so they're trying to get their first road victory. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen at home this weekend.
You've kind of had the Blizzard's number the last couple of years. God knows you played them quite a bit. 4-0 last year, got the win this year, so 5 straight. What is it about Green Bay that you've been able to have a fair amount of success in?
It's hard to put your finger on it. We just go out and play and try to execute, because, every time we play them, those odds get higher and higher to lose. So we got to keep kind of play. And like I said, we're about to play a team for the 6th time. It's tough trying to get a win to beat a team that many times. But again, like I said, it's a new team, new season. So we're going for 2 wins in a row against these guys. So we're just going to come out, try to execute. All that, last year, we can take it into account, but it doesn't matter. We have to be 1-0 this week.
Time to reintroduce a lot of people's favorite segment from last year, our Coach's Keyword segment. Head coach Rod Miller going to give a word, a theme for the week, if you will. You'll take that word to social media and give yourself a chance to maybe win a turf table, some swag, and a lot of cool Bucks things this year. So, Coach, first show, what is the first keyword?
Our first keyword this week is going to be execution. We want to execute. We want to go out and execute all 3 phases this week, offense, defense, and special teams. And we want to execute in a timely manner, not in the second half. We want to do it for all 4 quarters right from the beginning. If we can execute our game plans on all 3 phases, execute them early in the game, and I think that will give us the momentum to play a good game this weekend.
Execution is the key word. Take that to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all on the Bucks channels. You just saw the handles right there on the screen. You can take those words there and a chance to win a turf table at an upcoming Bucks home game. Head coach Rod Miller, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck this week, Coach.
Appreciate it. Glad to be as usual.
The Bucks head coach Rod Miller will take a short break and come back with more here on the Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show.
Beck News is your leader in local. Beck specials and live information for you. Original programming. Exclusive local sports. Beck is local for you. Uncensored topics and uncensored opinions. Unapologetic politics, where all sides are represented. Full episodes online anytime at beck.news. All in one network. Your leader in local, Beck News. Introducing the Bucks Fan Finder Ticket Giveaway. The Bucks are on the hunt, and they have their sights set on you. Before each Bucks home game, the Bucks Fan Finder will be scouting for Bucks fans with a Bucks window sticker. If your Bucks window sticker is spotted, you'll receive 2 tickets to a Bucks home game, plus be entered into the grand prize drawing for a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. So swing by one of these participating sponsors. Northwest Tire of Bismarck, Mandan. Capitol Heights Auto Clinic. 12 Stones Coffee. Papa Murphy's on Mapleton Avenue. Kroll's in Mandan. Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Pizza Ranch. Grab a Bucks window sticker and place it in your rear window. For more info and contest rules, visit BismarckBucks.com. Go Bucks!
We're the ladies of Another View,
bringing you our take on local issues.
With views you won't see anywhere else.
Catch us weekdays at 4:30 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
Now you can have the personalized forecast at your fingertips when you need it. Beck's exclusive Weather Insight is information tailored to you. Radar, weather alerts, forecasts, and videos. Download the free Weather on Beck News app. Search your app store now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Doug Billings, host of The Right Side with Doug Billings, where we take great joy every day in entering into your lives at key moments to make differences for the better. That's how we fulfill the meaning of life. You can see me on Beck TV and Beck.news. Cheers.
Hey, y'all, it's Trent on the loose. Travel the country with Trent on the loose, and we'll find those interesting human interest stories behind the people that bring us the efficient food supply. Trent on the loose.
Welcome back to the Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show. While the IFL tends to get known for its offense, and for good reason, I suppose, there's plenty of defense and no shortage of big hits. And now we'll introduce a new segment where we'll highlight the best Bucks big hit from each week, brought to you by the Auto Body Repair of America. Our first ever one, brought to you by ABRA, is linebacker Cam Hunt, one of the few returning Bucks, and he's making his presence known. Rocking Sioux Falls wideout Jawill Davis, put the hit stick on him. Hunt, just one of those few returning guys, and he is an important vet, making his presence known. That is your ABRA hit of the game. Now let's take a look at the Bucks' upcoming schedule real quick. There's a lot of home games coming up here that you're going to want to keep your eye on. 5 out of the next 6 actually are at home. You already have the first 2 knocked off the schedule. 1-0 against the Blizzard, took the L against the Storm this week. And of course, playing the Blizzard again. That seems to be a general theme for the Bucks this season. But like we said, a lot of home games coming up. Home against the Blizzard, a bye week, and then home against the Massachusetts Pirates. Then they'll go play one of the newest teams on a Monday night, no less. They'll go play the Bay Area Panthers back at home the next 3 weeks against Quad City, San Diego, and of course, Green Bay again. The Bucks and the Blizzard, man, I don't know who's making the schedules, but these two are hooking up a lot. Tell you what, though, Bucks have had the better of that matchup. 4-0 last year, 1-0 this year, hoping to make it 2-0 this Sunday at the Event Center. And then, of course, because of that, the schedule backloaded with road games on the road. May 14th against Iowa, the Barnstormers, and then it is Quad Cities again as well. Massachusetts come back at home for Frisco, and then pretty good measuring stick once you get into June as you're playing teams again for the second and third time. Lost to Sioux Falls this week, had that rough start, able to come back. Bucks will hopefully be a better team by then. June 11th, they'll get the chance to prove it when they go to Sioux Falls, and then one more time against the Steamwheelers, and then it'll be Iowa once again, and then they round out the schedule on July 9th with the Northern Arizona Wranglers. And of course, like we've already touched on a couple of times here, the Bucks have a ton of games at home early in the schedule. That is good for a young team, but also good for you guys. And the Bucks want to give you more than a few reasons to come and hang out at the Event Center this season.
It's a fun game. It's a different team, different mindset. This year, you guys can see we got some tough guys mentally and physically. So it's going to be a tough game, and we're trying to get that arena rocking, so this will be a tough place to play at.
It's going to be a lot of touchdowns put up, and it's going to be a lot of turnovers for the defense. I mean, that's the main thing. If you want to see a lot of hard hits and the wall, be right there by the wall and just be excited in there, just come out and come support us, man. We got to support you guys.
And that makes a huge difference when you got the fans and energy behind you and everything. And we appreciate everybody coming out, and we ain't going to lose too many games, more games this year, I think, and I appreciate everybody coming out to the game, and I think there'll be some exciting games in the future.
No doubt. There's already been some exciting games in the not-so-recent past. That 38-36 loss against Sioux Falls that came down to the wire. Tell you what, the Event Center was fun this past Saturday. It was rocking. Of course, they got the diehards, the loyals, the horny Bucks, as it were, and all the other fans. But come out to a couple Bucks games this season. See what it is all about. Of course, there's a lot of excitement in Bismarck this season. Coming off their first IFL playoff appearance, a franchise record, 6 wins. They got a Harlan Hill Award winner at quarterback right now in J.Ru Campbell, one of 2 really talented quarterbacks, and a lot of new guys. Only a couple returners from last year's team, ton of roster turnover, ton of excitement here in Bismarck. Come check out the Bucks this season. Of course, you can check out how to get tickets at bismarckbucks.com. Now, some of us don't want to pay for tickets. Now, that doesn't always work out, but we're going to give you a chance to get some free tickets. If you missed it, pay attention now. We're going to bring it up once again. Our Coaches Keyword Challenge. We're going to have this each and every week. Wednesdays at 6:30. That's when the Coaches Show will be airing every week. All the things you want to see about the Bismarck Bucks, including this. The key word is execution. Take that word to the Bismarck Bucks social media channels. Bismarck Bucks Football on Facebook, at Bismarck Bucks on Twitter, and at Bismarck Bucks _Bucks, forgive me, on Instagram. Submit your answer to one of those. Of course, you're limited to 1 entry per person, but we will pick a winner each week, which we will announce right here at the end of the show going forward. Next week will be our first winner, and you will get the opportunity to get a Bismarck Bucks turf table, and who knows down the road, maybe some other cool Bismarck Bucks prizes, some swag, some things down the road. They are cooking up some great things in the Bismarck Bucks front office these days. So execution, That's the key word. Some final thoughts for the Bismarck Bucks. Of course, things didn't go well this week. The Bucks got behind the 8 ball, and they were the first to admit that, especially in this league when points come so quick. Easy to get back into a game, but still hard to fall behind the 8 ball like that. And so executing early on in the game is really where head coach Rod Miller and the Bucks really want to improve going against Green Bay. Now, Green Bay is coming in with a chip on their shoulder. Not only did they lose against the Bucks, that's been sitting with them for a couple of weeks as they are coming off an early bye. So maybe they're not didn't need the rest and extra rest, if you will, but certainly they'll have the opportunity to have the rest and have that loss on their home field from the opener sitting with them, and they're trying to return the favor in Bismarck. It is going to be an awful lot of fun. Sunday at 3:05, that is when the game will kick. If you can't make it to the event center, we'll have the coverage on Beck Sports. 2:30 pregame show. That'll be each and every week a half hour of extra Bucks content to get you ready for kickoff. And then we'll have the call. Noah Reed will be on the sidelines. Mick Tidrow and the IFL Hall of Famer Robert Fuller will have the broadcast. Again, Beck Sports, 3:05 kickoff and a 2:30 pregame this Sunday. That'll do it for the first Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show of the season. For our entire crew working so hard to make these shows possible, I'm David Sugarman saying so long. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Until then, enjoy the Bucks games.
Introducing the Bucks Fan Finder Ticket Giveaway. The Bucks are on the hunt, and they have their sights set on you. Before each Bucks home game, the Bucks Fan Finder will be scouting for Bucks fans with a Bucks window sticker. If your Bucks window sticker is spotted, you'll receive 2 tickets to a Bucks home game, plus be entered into the grand prize drawing for a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. So swing by one of these participating sponsors: Northwest Tire of Bismarck Mandan, Capitol Heights Auto Clinic, 12 Stones Coffee, Papa Murphy's on Mapleton Avenue, Kroll's in Mandan, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Pizza Ranch. Grab a Bucks window sticker and place it in your rear window. For more info and contest rules, visit BismarckBucks.com. Go Bucks! Beck News is your leader in local. Beck specials and live information for you. Original programming. Exclusive local sports. Beck is local for you. Uncensored topics and uncensored opinions. Unapologetic politics, where all sides are represented. Full episodes online anytime at beck.news. All in one network. Your leader in local, Beck News. Free tickets to a Bismarck Bucks indoor football game? How? Go to your app store, type weather on Beck News app. Hit search. Install the app to your Android or Apple device to get personalized forecasts, weather alerts, road conditions, Beck Weather Insight exclusively for you. Then click the Bismarck Bucks free tickets banner anywhere in the app, fill out the information, and submit. You get free reserved seating tickets to a Bismarck Bucks football game from Beck Weather.
Lori Hins here with No Apologies on Beck.
So in this situation, Russia wouldn't have done what they did if China didn't basically say, we've got your back.
Where we bring you your after-hours oasis of sanity.
Choices about their gender. Hello, that for me as a Republican, as a conservative, and as a Christian, that's really troubling to me.
Each Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. Central.
You got the nickname, the Smooth Voice Lady.
On Beck and Beck.news.
We're the ladies of Another View.
You think about the kind of person who is stupid enough to think that they can raise a tiger.
Bringing you our take on local issues.
No, because I believe that if you stick true to your calling, to your mission, to your core values as to what you're called to do, then the funding will come.
With views you won't see anywhere else.
I was called up by the White House asking if I would speak to the president.
Catch us weekdays at 4:30 Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.